Hi, well, I'm Steve Weber. I have a little bit of background on myself. I was a practicing orthopedic surgeon in California, United States for 30 years, and then decided at a ripe old age I needed to figure out what I wanted to do when I grew up. So I ended up switching gears, and I got hired as a medical officer at the FDA. So I worked as a medical officer for just about 4 years, thinking that maybe I wouldn't like regulatory. That's pretty different and not what I grew up doing, to say the least. But I found the regulatory part fascinating and really interesting, and felt like it made a difference to do that. Plus I got to work with a lot of different kinds of things and devices, and branched out from a fairly narrow interest in orthopedic shoulder devices. But things changed, and in part because I had a grandchild in Spain, and you can't work in Spain if you're in the FDA, I switched to being a regulatory consultant for a firm that did primarily orthopedic devices, and did that for 2 years, which was also interesting. And yet another change, because I was used to incoming devices, but now I had to write applications going in, not simply read them and review them once they were prepared. So that was different and also interesting. Plus you could see things from the other side of the fence. At the FDA we call the other side the dark side, but obviously that's not true, and a lot of companies had good devices, just needed help getting those to market. Currently I'm an independent consultant, working primarily with NDA associates, but with other projects as well. So I've been a proud RAPS member since 2019 when I left the FDA. To be honest, I don't know how you do what I do without RAPS, because the teaching and the regulatory issues that they review on a regular basis, and the ability to network, especially with COVID where there wasn't any other way to do it, was outstanding. So I can't begin to tell you how worthwhile my membership in RAPS has been, because I couldn't do it effectively without RAPS. And I think as the COVID thing, cross fingers, softens and we can all get to meet in person, I think that's going to get better and not worse for all of us here. This is our first in-person meeting anywhere on the planet since 2019 for me. So it's a huge deal and a big difference. And I know for the younger generation that's used to sitting at their laptops and working all day, it's nice to get out and meet people and network and do all those things. So I'm glad to be here and glad to be in Amsterdam, which I've never been in before, so that's a real treat as well. And it's been a pleasure to be a RAPS member.